taking a lie, yeah. It's a whole lot of demons. I swear I see them everywhere, they so deceiving. And wanna see them laid up underneath it, in a crown for no motherfucking reason. I'm just a human being who I'm being, feasting through the evening. If it's a food chain, I do the eating. With a catalog of art I got, they gon' need a few museums. Lyrical assassin, taking over the rapping with the mausoleum. I got my foot up in the door, and nothing you can do to defeat them. And my bitch always trying to test me, so I do the cheating. Ay, like really, what's the hate for? Took 200 for my last gig, I knew I should've made more. Still at the same time, it's a blessing just doing what I love and getting paid for it. Uno, I'm on one. Two gone, I'm on one. You know, I'm on one. On one, I'm off way too many, yeah. Uno, I'm on one. You know, I'm on one. Two gone, I'm on one. On one, I'm off way too many. Uno. I'm the one, I'm like Pluto, but I'm too cold, but I'm hot as the sun. I got some bitch up, in the morning be like, what the fuck? Said you fucked 10 last night, but if the liquor wasn't talking, then the clown up in was. I gotta give drugs a break, but it seems they won't give me a break, I ain't got me enough. I wake up with a cup, sprinkle keep on top of my blood. Smoke to my body get numb, and it's like my lungs, I'm coughing them up. It's toxins in my blood. I'll murder a rapper and Dexter him, leave his fucking body in a rug. It's those bitches in my beam, I'm blowing sativa. And if the post see the kid and they stop me, then I'm fucked. Step out of the car. The water pigs always fucking up my high. I love to get lit and drive slow, so I'm drunk if I drive, don't worry. Oops, that's politically incorrect. But a special ed teacher, I literally don't give a F. A legend in the flesh, but a bit of a mess. And I ain't living, but I'm winning, and the kid been living my best. And I ain't equipped with a tech, but I'm gripping the neck. Whoever is next is art.
My man.
What's going on with you, King?
Yo, man, I want to say thanks for giving me your time. I'm the Indicator. This is Enter the Zone TV. We coming to you coast to coast, man. We coach on the late night in Philly. You know what I mean? And I want this good brother over here to introduce himself to the viewers, to you guys, the viewers. I'm going to tell you who he is, where he's from, and what it is he does.
Hey, shout out to the platform. Shout out to the Indicator. It's your boy Rxtherapper, a.k.a. Ray Showman, a.k.a. RX, you know what I'm saying? A.k.a. hip-hop's best kept secret. We based out here in L.A. right now, you know what I'm saying? Hailing from the Bay Area. And I do this hip-hop shit for real, you know? So
yeah, that's what's up,
we try to keep it true to the art form, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm glad we was able to get you on and everything. You know, we got thank God for social media when it's done correctly, you know what I mean? And first tell me how long you been in the game? How long you been MCing?
Man, I started rhyming about with like freestyling and shit. Can I curse on the platform?
Yeah, go ahead, man, do your thing.
Started like freestyling and shit about 11, 12, and they getting in like incarceration and just programs, the big homies are rapping.
Right.
I say I really started like recording at 15, being a hobby. At 17, I realized that I wanted to do it for real. Then I got in the game officially at 19. I came out to LA, with Long Beach, excuse me, hooked up with Freeway Rick, and shit, the rest is history from there, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's been a blessing. I wound up taking a few years off. I had a bad couple years, good couple years. We still here, we grinding, It's if you know where you headed, you're gonna stay on that path. So
absolutely. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. What's your particular style of hip hop? If you had to say is this type or that type, how would you describe your brand?
Me personally, that I listen to, or my style in particular?
I mean, your particular style.
Oh, my particular. Man, I like to say, because I think a lot of years I was coming up and, I was heavily influenced by a lot of different stuff. So early on, I was listening to, San Quinn, Mac Dre, Andre Nicotina, just being from the Bay Area. And then I went to Corrupt, Daz, and then, I think around 18, I started really getting more into like Talib Kweli, Coogee Rap, Mos Def, that type of flavor.
Okay.
Reflection Eternal, actually, that's probably one of my favorite albums ever.
Oh yeah,
that
no
kind of
doubt.
shifted. That's crazy. Not the oldest one, but I'm saying the newer one. High Tech and Quality. The one with that's actually the first time I heard J. Cole was on that album. Like a lot of cats don't know that J. Cole really been on this. Like he went mainstream for a while, but he been doing this shit forever on some real MC shit. That era is when I started really like just getting on some MC type shit. And then I think for a long time, I was trying to like overcompensate, right? Like trying to like mesh this style like a Quali with a Tech 9 or with an M or just all these different cats. And I think really just in the past maybe couple years, I found out who I was as an artist after evolving and was able to like kind of just find out my cadence and my flavor. I think for a long time, and I think a lot of artists maybe don't want to admit it, but they're emulating other artists and they're you know they're figuring out it as they go.
You said you moved to Long Beach. Now, where originally are you from?
So Pleasant Hill originally, California. When I was about 12, I kind of got in the system, bounced around till I was about 17. Like I mentioned before, we got on a call. My mom's passed when I turned 17, so I was on probation for about 5 years, and then they gave me a break because my mom committed suicide. It was kind of a, do good for 3-4 months, and I wasn't doing a lot of crazy stuff. I just would get hella weed violations and just stupid shit,
Right.
And so I was like, yo, it's time to get out the fucking Bay Area. And again, I'm out in Oakland or in the San Francisco. This is a Pleasant Hill, like a middle class suburb, right? So it's like if you're on bullshit, they already know who you are. You're not getting away from them people, right? So I gotta get to LA or Long Beach. So I went down there. Stayed out of jail since then. I already been to jail one time. I was 18, and that was actually in the Bay Area for the last time where I was like, yeah, I'm gone. I came down to Long Beach, decided to move down here, started rocking with Rick. I went to Musicians Institute for what was that, like a month. Then I was like, yo, fuck this. I'm not finished. So I was able to fund my college because it was like 18 bands for the tuition for 6 months. And no disrespect to M Musicians Institute, salute to that. But I made a connection through them and with DJ EFN, right? So I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna go out to Miami. I'm gonna get this shit popping. There's a bunch of teachers over here telling people they're not gonna make it, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm like, I don't need to hear about people that ain't really.
Right.
It's a couple people that did their thing, right? But for me, I was like, I'm trying to get out here and get my feet wet and get straight to it. I was hungry. And so I went out there to Kendall. That's really where I kind of started my career. Initially, I came down to meet with Rick when I was 18 through my big homie, Bob Killer. And Rick was like, it was me and my partner. We was in a group, and he was like, y'all dope, but like, you need to keep working. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, keep grinding. And this is Rick, when he's fresh out. I'd have met him at his mama crib, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fresh out of prison. So, we stayed in touch. We stayed on it. I went out there, was working with E for a while. And then I was like 19, got up with Rick Ross Music Group. We wound up going under Universal. Then I wound up doing what was it? Icon record. That's me and Crooked Eye and Recognize. That's on the Netflix Cracking the System soundtrack. For the Emmy-nominated documentary. So yeah, I got my feet wet real young, and it was a crutch for me. Like it's like for me, I'm thinking it was the 1990s, like it's still artist development. I was kind of like this with my hand out, like, oh, what y'all doing? Why y'all not doing this? And just being at such a young age, I think you could be ignorant and not realize it was really like I kind of was in the middle of that shift, right?
Right.
Like even though all the A&R stuff was gone at that point, social media was just kind of, well, Facebook was around, but Instagram, for instance, I was like, I ain't trying to do all that shit. Ooh. And now look at this, the most important thing, the TikTok, which I am not a fan of. It's a whole different game, and you can do it on your own now, right? So I was thinking these labels, it was gonna do it for me. Yeah. And so any young artist, man, you gotta fucking work. You want to get it. You gotta go to work. You gotta wear 8 hats. You gotta be the fucking CEO, the marketing guy, the fucking whatever it is.
No doubt. You kind of answered my next couple of questions. Like, what's the flavor? Pandemic aside, what's the flavor? Is anybody going back into the clubs? Anybody doing any rocking? Any our ciphers coming back around? Like I say, pandemic aside, is any of that starting to come back? And what's the actual flavor of cats in your area? You West Coast guy. What's the flavor? In terms of everything.
That's a great question. That's a great question, bro. Because it's funny. Because like I actually for a while, like, so I went out to Mexico for like 3 months. Cause I've been in LA, and like for a while everything was shut down. So I was low key going stir crazy, and like and I'm also a germaphobe as it is already for the coronavirus shit. So then this shit happened. I just needed a fucking break. I needed to check out. So I went to Mexico for a little while, came back, everything was still shut down. I just got on kind of laser focus mode. And
Okay.
like this been like honestly the best year for me. It's like even how we connected, right? It's like LinkedIn, right? Which is another thing for any artist that's on the come up.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
very important platform. I think a lot of people don't understand this. It's a place you can reach decision makers subtly. You don't press people, but it's a place that if you know how to move correctly, that's how we connected, right?
Right.
And LA been just opening up to my understanding. But I actually have not been doing shows lately. I've been working on a album with 80 Empire. Shout out to the homies. We got a single out right now with San Quinn. We got the joint coming with Chino XL. We got DJ EFN from Drink Champs. One have a Drink Champs on there.
Yeah.
So that's coming out. You know, I got a lot of stuff that I just kind of been doing behind the scenes.
Okay.
I actually only did one show in 2020, believe it or not, and it was a quarantine show. It was a trip because it was like at that point, I think it's definitely opening up. So I can't speak to it enough because I haven't been out there. And we was at the after hours last night, but you know, I ain't been out doing shows, so I really can't speak to that. You know how it's
Right.
going, but yeah, like last year, man, like you know, we had an event, and it's like a film studio warehouse, and in the warehouse, it's the capacity is like only 30, 40 people that could come through. And you know, so it's more like like a quarantine show, a live show. So they had the cameras and all that, and it was, you know, running live. But
Yeah.
it's been a weird shift, bro. But to be honest, I'm kind of like an introvert artist as it is. I don't fucking like people like that. I don't go out to the fucking clubs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If I'm kicking it with a bra, she come pull up on me. I ain't going out my way. I'm working. You know what I'm saying? If I'm at the club, I'm fucking paid to be there.
No doubt.
So you know, it's cool because it's actually been a lot of virtual stuff that's been able to get done, like this right here, right? You all the way in Philly,
No
and we
doubt.
able to connect, and it doesn't look janky that we just through the phone because this is with the
Right.
time, this is what it is,
Right.
right? So it's been cool. I landed a couple acting gigs. I did a
Okay.
movie last year,
Oh,
so
okay. Now tell us a little bit about that.
yeah, so I actually just kind of got into acting last year because I was like, yo, it's a little side hustle. Not something I've been getting into a lot lately. Like I started up a marketing company with my partner Alfredo. Shout out to the homie. That's called Internet Closers.
Okay.
So you know, I just been trying to dip into a bunch of different things, get more into like, you know, and again, I'm almost about to be 29. So for me, it's like I really do this because I love it and music saved my fucking life. But also at the same time, I already got the Emmy nominated record. We trying to get the platinum plaque so I can fall back behind the scenes and do the ghost writing and the shit at the level I want to. But I ain't interested in rapping from a bunch of little kids, little 21-year-old kids. No disrespect to nobody, but I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? I'm a behind the scenes guy. I feel like I'm somebody that's able to groom talent and sees talent. You know, like a Joyner Lucas, a Jack Harlow, man. I seen these cats when they was at 30, 40,000, like when it was real low. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
told my manager, I was like, yo, these cats finna pop. I need to feature with them. So for me, it's like I got a lot of other passions than just rap, and I actually just love the whole craft and everything about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
In terms of production, artists that you working with, tell us some of the folks. Now you mentioned Chino XL, you mentioned a couple other things you're doing. You got the one single out. You got different things going on. You're working with different cats, producers. Tell us, how was your mindset when you say, look, we working on this day with this producer on this track?
For me, bro, it's like honestly, I think I was someone younger on that like not having my full identity, right? As who I was as an artist. I was always trying to do all these collaborations, and you know, I did a couple groups. We did the Freeway Money Gang shit when we was on the Rick. You know, I did Old Souls. Like I was always just collabing with hella different artists and doing a bunch of collaborations. So for me, I actually was more on a solo tip, just for the past year and a half until I clicked up with the homies 80 Empire. Like I'm actually very selective of who I collaborate with, just
Okay.
because like for me, I'm like, first of all, like I don't get like if I get a feature with like a cat like Chino or Quinn, I'm gonna make sure that it's not a feature. First of all, that they fucking with the record, right? Because it's a lot of cats that just go buy a feature, and then you know what I'm saying, not have a plan. Not maybe that person and cats like Chino, you know, they're not even gonna do a record with you or Quinn if they don't like it. saying,
Right.
but just in general speaking terms,
Right.
like if I'm doing a record with an artist, we're collaborating. We're doing it as all of our record. It's not a feature, right? So like the record with Chino, the record with Quinn, the record with 80 Empire. So we doing a whole joint album. Me and 80 Empire. Once again, shout out to the homies. Much love. They multi-platinum artists out of Canada.
That's what's up.
And producer. Yeah, they did the World Cup anthem for the love of the game. They did a battle cry joint for Obi Trice. Bunch of different shit. And stuff with Fred the Godson, and shout out to Fred's brother Russ too. Salute. So for me, I'm just very honestly selective, just because I feel like people be on some weirdo shit in this industry,
Right.
and like not even some Hollywood shit, but also because it's like even cats outside of, like artists and rappers, producers, directors, just fucking weird. Like not all of them, but it's a lot
Right.
of weird cats. Like just like it might be one little thing you say rub somebody the wrong way. Like so, I like to really get to know someone if I'm gonna collaborate with them, have
Right.
chemistry with them. You know what I'm saying? Like Chino, like that's my lane, right?
Right.
Quinn's a more of like a Bay Area, like definitely different steeds, right? That's also the shit I grew up on, and I've had a personal relationship with him for years.
Okay.
80 Empire, I did a song with them like 9 years ago. It was us, the homie Boom 2G. Shout out to I'm saying East Side of Detroit. As a matter of fact, shout out to Detroit. My man's Boom 2G.
Okay.
We had did a record with Razcast 10 years ago, and it was a sample that couldn't get cleared, and we just hadn't actually synced up till about last year, and then we started working on 2 singles, and we was like, nah, we can turn this into a whole project, bro, because this shit is lit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? These dudes is crazy, man. They vicious. So and they real good, humble dudes, and it's like I put a post on my Instagram where I'm talking about this, like, yo, the most fucking incredible people I know, bro, are the most humble people like ever. The
No
Freeway
doubt.
Rick, the Crooked Eyes, you know what I'm saying, the Chino XLs, the Quins, like just everyone that's all the greatness that's been around me, they humble people. So that's what I gravitate towards, is just people that I feel like I got actually an actual relationship with.
That's
You know what I'm
what's up.
saying? And even if not even on a friend level, just enough where we connected. Like I'm rocking with you.
Tell us about what you got going on now musically.
So I got the album. Like I said, with the homies gonna drop. That's gonna come June. We got DJ EFN, Chino, San Quinn, and we kept the features real short on this, just because
Okay.
originally we actually weren't gonna do no features at all.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we kind of want, like, it's a very, like, the first joint is Uno. I don't know if you heard Uno, the record with San Quinn.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
more kind of like, it's upbeat. It's kind of like lighthearted. We talking, just kind of talking shit on there. But the rest of the album is kind of more like my life story, I guess, if you will, and not totally, but close to that. Like, it's very like personal. I talk a lot about my PTSD, my addiction, some of the shit that I've been through. Just very very personal shit.
Yeah.
And 80 Empire really gave me a platform. Like, again, these dudes is platinum producers. They're fucking some of the most incredible people I've ever had the opportunity to work with, and they really just like gave me a platform to speak my truth.
Right.
Again, we met in the middle because it's actually only 7 records, and again, we actually started this album like what 20. It was like 2-3 months. You got that joint? What up? It was like 2 months, bro, for the coronavirus shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we was expecting to be able to go do videos and jump on it and get on it. And like that really pushed everything back. So I've never even had a chance to get in the fucking lab with my guys. You know what I'm saying? So we just really did this all virtually, and we still made it happen though. And while in the interim, you know what I'm saying, of the past year, while we was working on it, they did some incredible things. We did a record that's probably had 1 million views now. Last time I checked, it was like 950 some thousand.
Okay.
But it's me, Crooked Eye, Damn, and Nicole Monet. So it's a record called Take It Back, and that was the 5th joint on their album. It's called Legacy. So yeah, and the whole time of us while we working on this, they just did like I think it's like 20-some joints. They got Jada Kiss on that album. They got BG Knockout, Master Ace.
Okay.
Crazy features. So them do again. Big shout out to my bros. Y'all go crazy. Y'all some solid ass mentors, and it's it's an honor and a privilege, even though they say, all right, it's not quit that shit. You know, you are a peer, you are a partner, you are a brother. No, I'm the little homie, you know what I'm saying? So I pay homage where it's due.
How important to you, from your perspective, is authenticity in this game of hip hop?
And that's a deep question. I'm gonna just freestyle the answer because I would have to actually really put some real thought into that. But for me personally, you know, I'll do some records that are like, I guess for the people or for a certain reason. I try to kind of steer clear from that. I like to really tell my story as much as possible, but I got a dark soul and a dark past, and you know what I'm saying? So I don't like to get too dark and stay on that energy. I like to
Right.
keep it upbeat sometimes. So for me, I think it's just like it's a lot of cats that's like just doing like basic shit and like. But for me, I think a lot of time I was bitter, and I was like I think it was like the 2008 shift or maybe 2007 where I felt like hip hop. Like it was the cast like the Crooked Eyes, the Chino XLs, you know, Slaughterhouse, you know what I'm saying, the Qualities. Like we was thinking like, oh, this shit gonna come back, it's gonna come back, like ooh, you know what I mean? And then it just turned to corporation rap.
Right.
So I understand that, you know, hip hop is the biggest genre in the world. So I'm not mad at nobody getting a check. Like again, me personally, I like to keep it as authentic as possible. I think if I'm gonna get into it, for me, it's like, you know, again, this Uno record is very lighthearted. I'm saying some shit on it like, basically just talking like I'm kind of clowning and saying that I'm fucked off and not doing well, but it's lighthearted. It's like Uno, my mom went, right? And again, I think it's just like, yo, if you're getting a check, I ain't mad at you, bro. Especially if you're a young cat, 21, 22, it's whatever.
Right.
For me, I'm about to be 29. Like I'm not in this, like I said, to entertain some little kids. I'm just trying to fucking get a check and you know, get the respect from the Cool G Raps, the Rakims, which I've actually had the pleasure of speaking with Solid Cat.
That's
Solid.
what's up.
Yeah, you know, just them type of cats. For me, you know, it's important to me to stay as authentic as possible, but at the same time, I ain't mad at nobody. It's all love. Do your thing. As long as you get the check, I ain't mad at you.
Shout out to the young homie RX that he introduced us years ago. RX brought me by your warehouse.
Yeah, you know RX?
Yeah, he's the one that brought me by your warehouse.
Yeah, that's my little guy.
Yeah, getting high to forget my load. High to forget my load.
I'm just focused on trying to be the best of me and live my life worrying stress free. I swear I gotta let go of some old habits. Procrastination, I'm a pro at it. My chick always bitching, we always going at it. All the finer things in life, I'm pissed off that I don't have it. I don't wanna do shit lately, just drinking smoke Joe like an addict. Got my feet wet, now every beat, yep, I tagged it. I've been slacking lately, my chick, she been acting crazy like she had rabies, cause all these bitches wanna have my babies. Got these women wet as a tsunami that happened in Haiti. Floor dope as the cocoa was back in the 80s. I'm back like I'm shady, and I ain't never gonna change, probably ride till I'm 80. Shit, if I live that long, but it's good, yeah. If not, they probably still gon' sing my song like I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know I should care more, but I don't. Yeah, I told her I'll call, but I won't. I'm getting high to forget my lows, yeah.
My lows, yeah.
Like I know. Yeah, I know I ain't shit, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know I should care more, but I don't. I'm getting high to forget my lows, yeah.
Forget my lows, yeah.
Lately I've been up in slack mode, waking up angry, acting like a fucking asshole. My cash low like facts, bro, I'm mad broke. I'm bitter, I wish I had more. I know I should be getting to it instead of sitting back blowed. And my tummy hungry, but I spent my last money on a half full. Yeah, I'm still reminiscing, my last soul was getting paid and getting good brain from bad hoes. I got some accolades in the rap game, but I never made 100 racks though. And Laura, why you never give me what I asked for?
To forget my lows.
Lately got me feeling like fuck it, and I'm trying to get bills like Buffett. But I'm 27 years old, but I'm still in a bucket. And it's complicated, I hate it, but sometimes this life, I really love it. It's complicated, I hate it, but sometimes I really love it. It's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know I should care more, but I don't. Yeah, I told her I'll call, but I won't. I'm getting high to forget my lows, yeah.
Yeah, to forget my lows.
Like I know. Yeah, I know I ain't shit, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know I should care more, but I don't. I'm getting high to forget my lows, yeah.
Forget my lows, yeah.
Lately I got the case case of fuck it. I'm making music just to make you love it. Straight shooter, if it ain't my money, get my liquor. I ain't chasing nothing. Smoking this grape, ape, I'm blunted. And if it ain't Ray, amen, I ain't afraid of nothing. Yeah. You better listen closely. I know Bookie got my back and I'm freeway brick lil' homie. So I ain't gotta worry about having it still on me. Got a bunch of people around me, but still I feel lonely. Never been a shooter or a loudmouth, but I keep this kill on me. Smoking this cookies, man, and it's mixed with a little OG. Breathe weed like it's oxygen, it's killing me slowly. That fake smile on your face, about as real as emojis. I don't feel that it's phony. Yeah, I was with the same chick like 5 years. It's crazy and she still didn't know me, but I'd rather have 4 day ones than a fake million homies. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know I should care more, but I don't. Yeah, I told her I'd call, but I won't. I'm getting high to forget my lows, yeah. Like I know. Yeah, I know I ain't shit, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know I should care more, but I don't. I'm getting high to forget my lows, yeah.
To forget my lows.
To forget my lows, yeah.
My lows, yeah. Getting high to forget my lows. High to forget my lows. To forget my lows. Getting high to forget my lows. Oh, yeah.
Is there anyone in their first 30 days of sobriety?
Yeah, me. I'm RX. I'm an alcoholic. And I ain't shit.
RX.